Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Dan. The topic for this week is transitioning, um, and I'm gonna give you my experience with transitioning and what the whole process meant for me. Um, See, I don't even know if I kind of want to make this movie with my shirt off because I feel like I can. Yeah, is that inappropriate? Oh well, who cares? All right, so it's hot in here anyway. I don't even think of it as transitioning because, alright, so what I'm trying to say is the term FTM literally means female to male. And I don't personally think that that description is valid for what I did because I don't think that I've ever been female. Ever. Well, how I look at this is I I've always been a boy. Kind of brings me back to when people ask me, oh my god, everybody always asks me, why do you want to be a man so much? Oh my god, you've become a man. Like, it's not, I've not become a man. Like, I've always been a man since I was born, I feel. And especially, like, when I was even a kid, I thought I was a boy. So, transitioning, I guess, with hormones and surgery, I look at it not as becoming a guy, but more hitting the appropriate puberty, um, having the body that I was meant to have the whole time. Because before this, I'm 26. For the first 25 years of my life, for me, I guess it was just like I was in this costume and I felt like this guy in this curse. I really felt like I was cursed. So I didn't really understand it. I thought I was a boy, and then like when I found out that I wasn't, I was like, ooh, well, I have to be this girl now? This is really awkward for me. In high school, I thought I liked girls. But that was wrong, I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh, you can't like girls. Like, my family is very conservative and like religious, so I didn't date anybody. Seriously, I didn't date a single person until I was 21 because I knew that I didn't like boys. It made me uncomfortable to be around boys like in that way. So I finally, like, when I was in college, I'm like, that's it. I guess maybe I'm gay because I like girls. Then I started to hang around with lesbians and stuff, and I still felt weird. I still felt like I wasn't one of them. I'm like, none of these girls think like me. They're still okay with being girls and like their bodies and being called lesbians, and I feel like there's still no one else that feels like I feel. And I didn't know anything about transitioning. I just knew that I didn't feel like these girls. I hated being called a girl and hated my body, and I hated being called someone's girlfriend. I met someone that was transgender, and I'm like, wow, oh my god, that's me. I can do that. I wasted all these years not doing that. So, I mean, I'm not even like all the way satisfied yet. There's still things that I have dysphoria about. I know I can't grow any facial hair yet, and that annoys me. I still get called she at work. When the day comes where, well, I pass 100%, when I can walk down the street and people just look at me like, oh man, that's a good looking guy right there. Then I guess I will be, I guess, satisfied 100%. But don't get me wrong, I'm like so much more satisfied than I was a month ago, 2 months ago. It gets better every day. I guess like every day that goes by that I'm on hormones, I change a little bit more. I transitioned because I didn't really feel like I had another choice. I mean, once I found out that that was a possibility, that was just what I had to do. Because why would I live in a body that's not mine? In addition to the way I feel about transitioning and all that stuff, I just want to talk about my past life, like, I guess pre-transition, pre-T, pre-surgery, I guess before I came out. I hate when people bring up my past and they refer to me as female, or they say, oh, remember in high school when you were female? Like I said, I don't ever identify as a girl, so just hearing that alone kind of like hurts me inside. It definitely like brings me into like this deep depression. I just had surgery a month ago, and I already hate looking at pictures of me with a chest. I can't look at it. That's just not who I am. And I know that's like who I was, but like in a sense it was just a terrible, terrible feeling, and I'd hate to go back and feel that again, like the way I felt with that body, the way I felt with that voice. Like, I really can't even look back at it. I mean, maybe like down the road in the future I'll be able to look at it, but right now I can't. If anyone's watching this who's transitioned, I don't know, like, how do you look at your old self? I can't do it. I hate being reminded of my old body and old self, because I definitely was like female bodied and I sounded like a girl. So I guess, yeah, I would like to kill my old self. I know that sounds like a terrible thing to say, and a lot of people think like, oh, well, that's just who I was and I accept it. But I would love to feel that way, but I don't. And I don't know what it's going to take for me to accept my past, but right now I just don't accept it. I'm open to any kind of comments or input on this, because it's really like a dark place for me, and I've only really been transitioning. I mean, I've been identifying as male for a while, but I've only started hormones not even 6 months ago, and I've only just had top surgery, and I already feel so much better, and I can't look behind me. So essentially, it's like I have a 5-month, 3-week lifespan. It's really weird for me, because my whole past is behind me, and it's like, it sucks that I can't look back at it. I can't look back at high school. I never could. I hate thinking about it. I try to block it out. I had a terrible, terrible time in high school. There's not a part of that, a part of those memories that I enjoyed. College was better. However, I still can't look back at it, because I look and I see this person, and I look back and I'm like, wow, like, that's not me. I don't like looking at it. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Yeah, I got nothing else, so I hope you guys are having a good day. I'll be back next week. We're going to talk about Halloween right now. First of all, that's my favorite holiday. Way better than Christmas. Like, seriously, so much better than Christmas.